Hi everyone, this is Michael and welcome to another video of mine. Today, I will be showing you how I found one way to incorporate robotic process automation with UiPath in my personal life. I run a pick-up basketball session every Saturday on Meetup, which is a great website for hosting any sort of events, by the way. Since most of the players pay me in cash on the day, I need to have a list on my phone of all the attendees before every game. Meetup doesn't offer an easy-to-use functionality in this aspect, so I decided to create the list with Wunderlist. However, it's a bit of a hassle to copy each attendee's name from Meetup into Wunderlist. I could try developing a script in Python, since both websites offer APIs. But it would take me a while to learn how the two interfaces work. And after all, it's just a small personal task, so I don't want to end up spending more than the amount of time I would save in return for finding a solution. This makes a perfect use case for robotic process automation with UiPath. So let me show you how I did it. Since we're talking about a fairly straightforward and linear task, I'm going to build the automation script inside a sequence. The fastest way to get us where we want is by using the recording functionality. This will record our actions on the computer so that we can replicate them afterwards at a press of a single button. There are two options relevant to us. Desktop, which can be used for any desktop applications, and web, which can only be used for browsers. I'm actually not going to pick the web option, even though I need to go to the Wunderlist and Meetup websites. This option was mainly built for Internet Explorer, and based on my experience, it often struggles with Edge, Chrome, and Firefox. On the other hand, Internet Explorer is sometimes slow and unreliable in terms of rendering websites, so I try and avoid it if I can. Alright, let's click on the desktop option and start the Firefox browser. I found that these two work very well together. Click the Start App button and point to the Firefox browser you just fired up, so that the application knows that you want to use this browser. Then press the Record button, select the address bar, and I'll type in the Meetup web page that holds my group. I'll also add the Enter hotkey to mimic the way we would tell the browser to go to the web page we just typed in. And I will also check the empty field box in here. Now, I'll press the Meetups button to go to my next event. Click the Organizer Tools drop-down and then select Manage Attendees. Great, here we have the list of attendees for my event on a single page. I'm going to press Escape to exit the recording and use the Scrape Data functionality to collect all of the names on this page into a single variable. I need to select a couple of names and the functionality will afterwards recognize what I want to scrape. There you have it. Let's now go to the Wunderlist webpage in a similar way to how we opened up the Meetup website. Start recording, go to the address bar, type in www.wunderlist.com, add the Enter hotkey, and select the empty field box. I'll then open the Create a List window and select the section where I type in the list name. Since this item does not have a unique identifier, I'll add an anchor to help the application recognize it when it runs on its own. I'll type in the list name and click the Save button to create the list. I'll also type a random word as a to-do item. And then press Escape. Unlike with the browser navigation, I will send the Enter hotkey as a separate item. The reason I'm doing this is because I'll do some string manipulations on the to-do items names after I'm done with the recording, and I want to avoid the Enter hotkey being considered a string as well. So that's the entire process I want to automate. Now that I'm done, I'll save it and exit the recording pop-up. Great. You'll be able to see the recorded actions inside the sequence container. Let's play it, just to get a better idea of what's been done so far. You can see that, as it currently stands, the script is not actually adding the attendees to Wunderlist. So let's sort that out. First, I'll check the name of the variable that holds the list of attendees. I can see it's called extract data table. Let's rename it to something more manageable like attendees. I'll then create a for each loop that goes through every item in a data table. I'll point the loop to my attendees variable and then I will add the actions which enabled me to create a to-do item, that is, the type into activity, right here. So let's drag that in. And also the send enter hotkey activity. Great. I'll then replace the value of the string that is typed to the name of the individual attendee. And finally, I want to incorporate the creation date to the list name, just in case I forget to delete the previous version, but I don't want to mix between different versions of the list. I did a quick search on Google and I found a nifty little VB.NET piece of code that I can add to the string in order to achieve that. So let's find first where we typed in the name of the list, which is here. And then I will add this piece of code. Format date time, brackets now, date format dot short date. Okay, so that's it. Let's run it again to see how it works. Great, so you can now see that it's working perfectly. It's adding the list with the name as basketball together with the date. And then, now that it's finished, you can see all the names of the attendees for my Meetup event. So there you have it. We managed to quickly automate this task without having to spend time figuring out either the Wunderlist or the Meetup platforms. So thanks very much for watching this video and hope to see you again.